Hey guys, it's Walker Deibel, author of Buy Then Build and creator of the Acquisition Lab, and not this Acquisition Lab. That's a different lab, but that I didn't create. But we have this new initiative. We'll spend up to 6 hours a week, just working with buyers on advisory calls in the lab. And so my team now and then wants to pull out little clips and share it with the greater Buy Then Build community. So check out this sick clip, and we will see you on the inside. Thanks so much. Due diligence really is actually fairly simple, and it breaks down into three categories. The first is financial diligence, the second is legal diligence, and the third is operational. Okay. And you can almost, like, in my head, I always imagine it like if there's this graph of like, this is time, okay, and this is like sensitivity, okay. Over time, you earn the right to ask more and more about the sensitive stuff. The best milestone that gets the most respect from everybody is completing financial due diligence. Financial due diligence is nothing other than, is what was presented to me true? And is there new information that I'm able to reveal in financial due diligence? Okay. If they're not going to give it to me until under LOI, love it. Gotcha. Like, my offer is meaningless. You're not even telling me the basic fundamental stuff. Now, here's the deal. If a deal is going to get retraded, it's because of which one of these due diligence items. Here's a hint. It's financial diligence. That's what's going to tell you if you need to retrade or not. Okay? Really. Like, the odds of it being one of the other functions of diligence is there. It's relevant, but financial due diligence, like, just 80-20 rule, right? It's just like, okay, is what was represented true, and am I finding things that are whatever, that are new information, right? So once you're able to get through financial due diligence and sort of give a thumbs up and say, like, hey, everything that was presented is true, and so you're basically saying, so, like, obviously it's not done until it's done, but, like, the LOI is good, like, we're good. Everyone's like, okay, sweet. Okay. And if not, and you need to retrade or renegotiate any kind of thing, all right, then I want you to be doing it early. I want you to be doing it as fast as possible. Like, if within 2 weeks, if you can. In other words, how much am I asking about the different drivers and the routes that they're driving and all the rest of it during financial due diligence? Probably zero. I mean, it's creeping in because I'm trying to understand the numbers, but, like, I'm not doing operational stuff, right? It's sort of like I'm just trying to understand the numbers. So you get that part done. If you can also get legal due diligence done during the same period of time, okay, which you can, because what's legal due diligence? It's really like, is this a real company? Is this actually the owner? And they own it? Like, what's the, do they have the proper operating agreement? Like, is there weird stuff on the cap table? Have there been any lawsuits against this company? Okay. Is there any legal concerns? Like, is there any, like, IP hoops I need to worry about? And then the big one is, are the contracts transferable? And if they're employment contracts, they're not, right? But if it's like a supplier contract, you want to know that it's transferable or not and how you're going to address it. Okay. Because you focus on legal and financial due diligence early, you get so much of the right stuff done at the beginning. Okay. And if I could magically make appear the, purchase agreement on the day that's done, like, just magically on the, like, whatever, 30th day, okay, it would be incredible. Because once you have legal diligence done, once you have financial diligence done, And that doesn't mean there aren't any issues, but like they're basically done, and we've sort of identified the 3 things that we're going to be working through, right? Or whatever it is, okay? Or the 3 things I need to incorporate into the purchase agreement or whatever. If you can complete these 2 things and give them a purchase agreement, now they're seeing your offer. So if I'm working with someone and I'm trying to buy a company, I even tell the lawyer, I'm like, look, can I just get like a not to exceed number? And they're like, well, I know, but here's the deal. I am a willing buyer and they're a willing seller, and we're just trying to get to closing. So like I don't need all these kinds of like, weird, irrelevant protections. Like I understand what I'm doing is risky. Like I'm just trying to get the deal closed, but like I need you to like advise me to make sure that I'm not like making big blind mistakes. All of us as buyers want to get under LOI. We want to skip all this stuff and be like, we're under LOI. Give me all the juice. How's the sausage made? And it's like, it couldn't be more wrong. Like, this is what we want, but like build a base, right? And once you have these 3 things, you have so much trust in the deal, right? The single greatest strength that we have as buyers is speed and confidence to close. When I get that one buyer that is like so hung up on every little detail and wants like all of these reports and all this stuff, it's like, okay, he doesn't understand. This person doesn't understand the business. Like they're missing it. They think it's like it's a sum of a bunch of little pieces or something, and it's like it's a business. Like at the end of the day, it's just a bunch of people doing some things, and like a bunch of money comes in, right? So like you got to like dumb it down in your head and know that it takes your spirit in the business to flourish. Like that's the thing. It's not all this stuff that you're buying, right? So then the last is, just the sort of like operational diligence. Like, okay, all that stuff is done. We don't have to worry about it. You don't have to worry about it. Our lawyers are working on the APA. Okay, you have a version. You can see it's down the middle. That's how I do it. Now let's kind of get into it. How's this really work? Okay, cool. And now it's almost like training.